All right. And let's go.
And now it's time for Bikes, Mics, and Idiots with your hosts, Ubi and Eric.
Alrighty, guys, here we go again. We're doing another episode. What?
Are we still on back channel?
No, we ain't.
Oh.
They can hear everything you say now.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because, I mean, that's the second time you forgot to press record.
A little bit. Although this time it was only for like 10 seconds.
Yes, yeah. We caught each other.
So, apparently we have a problem. With hitting the record button on the board.
Not so much me.
Sorry. But we. I'll take the we. No. You know what? I take that back. I take that back 100%. Damn it. Doesn't matter.
You'll take the wee.
It doesn't matter what I say at this point.
No, you're
I'm
in trouble.
screwed. I already said it.
You're screwed.
It's on the internet.
It happened. It happens.
But all right, we're doing this again. We're doing another podcast.
Extra lunch.
Ooh,
extra good lunch.
It was good lunch. You know what? Sometimes chicken is good. Especially when you make those noises.
Yeah, hey, you know.
And by the way, my nickname for Eric is Chicken. Just fine. It really isn't. No, I mean, we've had a good day today.
Yeah.
Today actually hasn't been a bad day.
No, it hasn't.
Compared to the other days.
Still hot.
It's still regardless. Okay, we're in Tucson. So let's preface this. We're in Tucson. It's going to be hot.
Yeah, I guess.
Except for 2 weeks.
The AC feels really good, though.
Yeah.
Blowing on my legs and my other leg.
You wish.
No, I meant my left leg and my right leg. I don't know what are you talking about. Oh, so sorry.
Sorry. You know what? This is what I realized. I realized looking through our last few episodes.
Oh boy.
If you know me in real life, I'm a lot more animated than I have been in the podcast. So,
yes, although I do have to say our last episode, I didn't get beeped out that much. I know somebody did.
Oh. Hey, let's keep a score. Do you want me to put a score up?
I'm still way behind. I am still way behind.
Should I put a scorecard up?
Well, how are we scoring this? Like golf, like the lower numbers better, or
Yes.
like baseball, the higher numbers better?
Like golf.
Because if we go higher numbers better, I'm doing really good. I'm
killing it.
Oh, another one.
Got me. You got me. But we're scoring this like golf. We're scoring this like golf, and the lower number is better.
Why are you so upset? It's like you're crying.
You know what?
I can't beat you in golf. I'll beat you in this.
Yeah, right? That's one thing you can beat me in. Although, you are actually pretty good at golf. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are. So you're not professional.
I'm not
level,
consistent. That's the
but you
biggest
are
problem.
good.
My biggest problem is consistency.
Me too.
Because I'll go from like phenomenal holes to like I'm going to kick a baby. I'm going to kick the baby.
I hit the tee box in front of me
3 times in a row.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I had a few days.
Yeah.
I had a few holes like that last week when I played. So luckily though, and maybe I'll invite you
This time.
So my nephew is moving back into town.
Oh, cool.
And he likes to play golf. He's not good by any
so you're going to put me and him on the same team to play against you and Jake?
No, not at all. If it was me, you, Jake, and him, it would be
Me and
like,
Jake, you and him.
Yeah.
Because you got to. I'm not your family. He's your family. You got to keep that in the family.
I was trying to pawn him off on Jake.
No.
A little bit.
Oh, well, we were Bikes, Mikes, and Idiots playing together. That's what we're doing.
We're playing Bikes.
Yeah,
Mikes, and
your
Idiots.
family. Family beats this, buddy. Sorry. And the only thing that beats this is God, who's still mad at me.
I was still trying. But yeah,
Hello, God.
hello, God. But yeah,
Yeah, so we may have had some drinks before this one. So it happens.
we're having a good time. Good time.
High five.
High five. No, so I have noticed that. Granted, you've known me for a long time already. On the podcast, I've been a lot more reserved than I normally am in person.
If you acted like you did when you were in person on the podcast, we would have 13-minute episodes because we would have to cut so much out. It would
You're right.
It would be like the
Yeah, you're
protester
right.
episode.
Yeah, you're right.
For
we
me.
we did have to cut. We did have to cut.
Like
so
13
for the guys,
minutes out of
that don't know about this, most people actually don't know about this. We actually had to cut a decent amount out of that episode because Eric got so passionate about something.
I wouldn't even say
And-
passionate. I got so mad because
I was
am
trying to be nice.
No, there's no being nice. I'm just sick and tired of a lot of the stuff that's going on. I've just
And you're right.
I've had enough of it.
And
And
you're
that's
right.
where I'm going to leave it at that point.
No.
From my aspect, I've just
Okay.
had enough.
You know what? Actually, no. We can actually
Yeah.
go into this a little bit.
Okay. We can tag it a little bit. I just have to-
We don't have to cut.
I will temper what I say.
Yeah, I
to
was
a
just about
point.
to say you
Yeah.
just have to be a little bit more considerate about what you say. But no, it was a problem,
Mm-hmm.
or it has been a problem because okay, so here's my thought on it. Go ahead, do your protests, do your XYZ things you want to do. Don't impede traffic, right?
Yeah, well,
don't
yeah.
impede traffic. That's
Be loud in
first
front of
and
the
foremost.
Capitol building. Hold up your signs. Yell.
Get a
And-
megaphone. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like I will give you the megaphone to be
Yes.
loud there. You know what I mean? Like,
But don't
that-
impede or endanger
someone
my
else.
family.
Yeah, don't impede anyone else.
Yeah.
that's the problem. When your freedom is impeding on my freedom, now you have a problem.
Yes, exactly.
So-
And that's my thought on that as well. And I just
So-
get super passionate about it because I see people like,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I wanted to go down the same path you did when we did that episode. When we did that episode, I really did. But the thing was, I had to. Like
you had
I
to
said,
rein me in.
I've
You were
been-
Santa Claus and just call me Rudolph.
Where's your red nose?
Give me a couple more hours and we may be able to make that happen.
But like, honestly,
Yeah.
when you go down that path, it's just there's a certain amount of things you can do, and there's a certain amount of things you can't do.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm all about freedom of speech. Say what you want to say,
Yes.
right? Hey, you can say what you want to say, but
There's
and like we
consequences to that
yes,
speech.
and we said that back then
Yeah.
too. It was
Yeah, speech without consequence is just idiocracy.
yeah. So yeah, I hate that. I hate
You call
my-
me chicken and yet you're clucking away at your
beak.
you're hitting the beak on your mouth. Oh, this is going to be a very degenerate episode. I think this one's going to
You know what?
devolve a little bit.
This one might be.
It might be
this
the
might
best
fun.
ever. I think this might be the best one ever.
Thank you for being positive.
So
We
for
made,
those,
we made sure
well,
the mic synced.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, that we actually and you don't see most of it because we cut that out of the episode, but
Unless you're a
unless you're on the
Patreon follower.
Patreon. Yeah, if you're on Patreon, then that's different. But we actually have to do that because it syncs the mic. So the clap of the hands actually syncs the mic, and 3 is the magic number because when I clap mine, it syncs this mic. He claps, it syncs his, and then the double clap syncs them all together. So it makes editing way easier,
Yeah, it does. So
especially this episode because you've already had to edit him out like 10 times.
once.
Oh, there's 10.
Oh, I'm sure you could edit me 10 times, but
Why are you so angry?
damn it. You got me on that one.
Yes.
You got me on that one because last time I let you be angry on that. I got a little flustered on this one. We'll say flustered. But it's true though.
No, I'm with you.
It's true. You can do so much. Free speech, all for it. You know what? You want to say what you want to say? Go for it. Absolutely. I have no problem with someone saying something, but you have to understand when you say something, doesn't matter what you say. There's a chance you piss somebody off or you offend somebody. There's some kind of consequence to it.
Oh, exactly. And nowadays it seems you can offend somebody by saying a certain pronoun.
To he.
To he. No, it's the. Oh, you're making fun of the way I spell things. That's how we spell it. Yeah. It's gotten to the point of ridiculous here at this point, in my mind.
But that's why I'm saying we've gotten to that point, so we can talk about it. It's not extra controversial.
No, and I'm in a way better mood than I was. I got way more sleep than I did before that episode too.
That is true.
That was the other part. Is I had been, I think that one I was awake for like almost 40 hours before we did the episode.
And you did like a 2-hour nap.
Yeah,
but
which was not nowhere near
good.
enough. Well, we talked about that at the end of the last episode about how my life expectancy has gone from 100 years to 0 in about 3 years.
Hey, you're outliving your life expectancy. Jesus. You know what though? We've had this happen before.
I was able to swallow it.
We've had this happen before. Ooh. We've had this happen before. Has nothing to do with any kind of drinks we're drinking.
Oh, no. Not at all.
No, it really doesn't.
No.
Remember, because the one
it's
episode
the chip
we
tooth.
just started. Sorry. I couldn't do
we
nothing
got Jim Carrey over here.
I couldn't do nothing but
laugh.
But, yeah. So I chipped a tooth. Got a little inebriated. And
I wasn't even going to go into the story. Now you've opened it up.
You said chipped tooth, so I have to.
You chipped a tooth.
To address it.
I actually chipped a tooth once drinking out of a glass. Now this tells you how old I am. A glass Gatorade bottle. Mm-hmm. I was walking down the sidewalk in my hometown, and I was drinking out of the Gatorade bottle. And I went to go take a drink, and I hit like one of the like a thing in the sidewalk, like where a piece of the sidewalk was higher, and I went ugh, and it hit my tooth and chipped the hell out of it. It's like, you got to be kidding me! I literally. The previous day, I was at the dentist. I'm like, my parents are going to kill me.
You went to the dentist when you were a kid?
Absolutely.
I went to the dentist maybe 3 times when I was a kid. But that also comes with my my upbringing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kind of my heritage. But no, I did. I got inebriated. Did some dumb things and.
Did not drive home. Yeah. You got a ride. You got an Uber.
Yep.
An Uber for Ubi.
An Uber for
Uber.
You know what though?
Uber.
You want to hear the funny thing? So my brother-in-law, he actually calls me Uber.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's because you've driven him a couple of times.
No,
I'm just kidding.
This is actually. So the funny thing is, this is actually probably 10 years before Uber ever became a thing.
Oh yeah.
He started calling me Uber. Hey Uber, whatever. Not having anything to do with what we think of Uber now.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey Uber," because Ubi, all that stuff. My gamer handle, whatever you want to call it, is Oobster23. So
everybody who plays games, look him up.
PlayStation, mostly PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm an Xbox guy now. I used to always be PlayStation, and then I got an Xbox and kind of stuck with it.
When did you get Xbox?
Oh,
That's
God.
the question.
I've got the original Xbox. The Xbox XS.
No.
Xbox
The question
One.
was, when did you get Xbox?
Oh, I don't. Gosh, it had to be.
When was the first time you played Xbox, or you were into Xbox, and that was like, this is my
2009,
Holy crap!
2008. It's very early on.
So
It was only PS2s at the time. Oh no, we actually might have been PS3
No,
at the time.
Xbox came out.
PS3, right? Right around the
No.
same time as PS3.
It was PS2 had came out, and like midway through PS2, Xbox came out.
Okay.
So that's the funny thing. So I was in high school. I had PS2. Granted, I had Nintendos before that, and then I had PS2. And when I hung out with some buddies, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go have a Xbox, like Halo."
A Halo tournament. Halo
Yes,
was the big
Halo
thing
tournament.
because you could get 4 people per Xbox.
Yeah,
And then put it
we had
on
a
one
couple-
T-
they
on
had a
one
couple
TV
Xboxes.
screen. Yeah.
So we were playing.
And it's
And-
split screen. And you always accuse the guys. Don't look at my screen.
Stop
you see
looking
where
at my
I'm
screen.
hiding.
You
Look
know
where
where
I'm
I'm at."
hiding.
You know where I'm at.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that
So
was the
it
same thing with GoldenEye when you could play GoldenEye.
Oh yeah,
007
You're right.
GoldenEye. That was a great game. And you had,
Awesome
was
game.
it 3 or 4 players on that? Or 2 or 4?
It was
I think-
two.
I think
It was two per.
Yeah, 2. And then you could hook 2 of them together.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. It's been a while because it was like Game Link or something like that. Nintendo Game Link.
It was Nintendo. Yeah. So, but that was the thing. I was Nintendo before that. Sony. I've been Sony since PS2.
Since then.
But. So
well,
your
and
Xbox-
I've always been like, what's everything in my house? Sony.
Sony. Yeah.
Sony,
I love
Sony,
Don't get me wrong.
Xbox.
The funny thing is,
It makes no sense.
I've been Samsung. Love Samsung.
Oh, sorry, I just threw up in my mouth.
Dude. The thing is, though, Samsung makes most of the screens
Mm-hmm.
for most of the, for like LG, for Sony,
Yeah.
they make most of the
Oh, yeah.
screens. They make amazing screens.
Yeah, they're just a great company.
They are Korean, but
Yeah, it's a great
They
company.
make-
They've been doing phenomenal. Like their stuff is quality. It
Yeah.
lasts. Yeah, no problem with that.
So I had PlayStation since then, but I never once bought an Xbox. Even though me and my buddies would play Halo and all that stuff,
Yeah.
I'd go
Somebody
play on
else's,
their
yeah.
thing. Yeah, I'd go play on their thing. It wasn't I played on my own.
I think the big thing that got me to switch is that when both of them went, because PlayStation Live was free forever. Xbox Live, you always had to
Yep.
pay for.
Yep. No, you're right.
And when PlayStation went to that and said, nope, we're going to charge you to play now, I was like, screw you guys. I'm going to the Xbox.
Yeah.
And then there was definitely some titles on Xbox that I wanted to play.
Yeah.
And I was like, I started playing them. And the only one that, like, Gran Turismo is the only one that I missed from Sony. But now you can play it on Xbox. Oh, no,
God
you
of
can't.
War?
Is it Xbox or? No, you can't play that.
You can't play Gran Turismo.
No.
God of War?
Yeah, God of War is Sony only.
God of War actually recently started getting ported over.
Yeah, it's another ported over. Well, what kills me now, though, is the fact that you can play PlayStations and Xbox together for free. Like, World
Dude,
of Tanks, a game
okay.
I play all the time.
So I'll give you this.
Now you have cross-platform play, and it's weird. Because, like, Sea of Thieves, the guys with the PCs...
I hate the guys with PCs. Hate the guys
Because
with
their
PCs.
resolution, everything's so much better and easier. They kill the crap out of you if you're on a console.
They're
Megahertz.
Hertz
Or hertz,
but it's-
their refresh rate.
their refresh rate essentially is so much better than ours
Yes.
because they're like at this.
Well, and they
you're
can
barely
pan
at, like,
quicker.
90.
They can pan
Yeah.
quicker. They can do everything quicker on a PC.
and they're at, let's say they're at 120 and you're at 90. It makes a
difference.
huge difference.
Huge.
You're barely peeking out. The second you're starting to peek out,
You're
what
dead.
the hell?
What just happened?
Yeah.
What just happened to me?
That it's
Yeah.
such a pain in the ass. But I love the fact that they did that. That they were able to
Adjust it, figure it out. Well, and honestly, I think Microsoft kind of is the ones who pushed that because the Xbox and it's Microsoft.
Yeah.
So they were able to say, hey, these games are close enough. Now, I wish what they do, honestly, I wish they would do if it's playing cross-platform, is they bring the PCs down to the console performance.
You want to play? You want to play with Xbox people?
You're going to be
PlayStation,
you're going to be
gonna
dropping
play
down
at
the performance
this level.
but they're not going to do it. But you know why? Because they want you to buy a PC too.
Yep. So
because now you need a second Microsoft Lab account.
No, get that out of here.
Well, actually, you don't need to because you can just log in under your Microsoft account. Because I can log in. I've logged into my computer and played games off the Xbox, which makes no sense to me. Because it does because I have digital copies. I have digital copies of them, so I can actually play them off the computer.
Yeah,
but it's weird. I like console for certain things. Like they're easier to deal with because my PC gets hot. And it's in my office upstairs. So, like, when I sleep during the day, if I'm going to play for an hour...
How good is your PC, though? That's the question.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
it's a very good PC.
Now, what's your graphics card?
Jeez. I want to say I'm like a GTX.
GTX what?
GTX, like, I don't remember. Shit. I bought it 2 years ago, and it's a... I want to say it's a Dell.
Was it?
It was top of the line when I bought it.
Okay.
It was like $7,000.
Let's say
desktop.
Let's say a 7090 or whatever.
It's Dell Inspiron. I think it's an 8050, something like that. It's
8050.
It was the top of the line. It was a very, very good desktop.
50 is not going to be the top of the line.
Yeah. Well, I still buy at the time.
Okay,
well, at the time it was.
No. But that's the thing, though. When if you start learning about if you start learning about PCs, the 90 is the top of the line. That's your best graphics card you can get.
No, I'm saying that's the Dell model of the actual computer.
No, okay. I get what you're saying.
That's the Dell computer.
But it's a Dell. Either way, it's a Dell.
Yeah, I mean it's a Dell XPS.
Although Dell owns Alienware.
And Alienware was my last laptop that I had. When I bought my laptop, I bought the top of the line laptop, and it lasted me, I want to say about 8 years. And then now it's to the point where you just can't upgrade it anymore. Like it's to the point, but 8 years for a laptop to still be. No, I can still run every game that's out there today, other than like CAD CAM
but you're not going to run
flight
it
simulators.
Top of the line. You're not going to run it top specs.
Like flight simulators and stuff like that. It doesn't have the power to run it anymore. Yeah. Now my desktop that I have now, that'll run everything. I actually what was it? It was a CAD CAM or something that I picked up to just mess around with, and it will run it at full resolution. It has no problem. Like this thing, it has. God, my RAM. I was maxed out on my RAM. I want to say it's 64 gigs of RAM. So, I mean, it's...
Jesus.
Yeah. It's uploaded.
So you're running high specs?
Yes.
Regardless.
Well, everything in it, I have 3 solid-state drives.
Yeah.
The upgraded graphics card, heavy-duty RAM. Everything when I bought it, I upgraded everything.
Yeah. You went to the top of the line.
Well, and my thing is because then it lasts. Like it's...
Yeah.
I probably can't upgrade it further than where it's at because honestly the motherboard can't handle it. Yeah. But what it does is it makes me compatible for the next 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
So I can buy a $1,000 computer every year for the next 10 years, or I can spend $4,000 and have one that lasts for 10 years, and I spend less overall.
No,
because
you're
it's still, and I could still probably upgrade it a little bit. I've still got some open slots and stuff that I can upgrade, but
it's not worth it.
I don't use mine for gaming as much now as I used to. I play a couple of games on there that I just mess around with. If I was playing something like Rust, I would have to upgrade, because I need the memory.
But that's where I was getting at. It's just nowadays. It's just you have to have a certain amount to get to a certain point.
Yeah, if you don't have 56 gigs of RAM on your graphics card, you're done.
Yeah.
And a lot
the graphics card makes a huge difference. And for a while, graphics cards were insanely
it's
expensive.
because a lot of the older ones shared RAM, which was terrible. Like it was good because it enhanced your RAM for your video, but it killed the RAM for your computer.
Yeah.
And it put the video first because that's what you see.
Yeah.
So your performance suffered. So you had to make a decision of like, where do I want my performance to be at? Do I want that visual accuracy, or do I want the super fast speed?
Yeah.
And that's where, like, mine, same thing. I don't have shared architecture on mine. My RAM for my video is my video RAM. My RAM for my computer is my OS RAM.
Yeah.
So
it's different.
but what's crazy, you and I could go on a computer site right now, build it,
Yeah.
done, ship it, and it's outdated. It's like, oh,
No, and you're
how
right.
did that happen?
And
I
you're
mean,
right.
it's nowhere near as fast now as it was before. But
No, you're right. But the thing I was getting at is just you do those things,
yeah,
and then you have Xbox and PS5.
yes.
You're an Xbox person. I'm a PS5 person.
Gee, imagine that. Harley Indian,
Oh, I wonder why.
Xbox, PS5. Honestly,
okay,
the PS5 is better.
It really
It's
is.
better. It is.
Well, but
Although
the
Austin's
thing
got
that-
the Xbox One X, so
Yeah.
I got my kid the higher end Xbox, and I use the lower end one because the games I play don't require it. But all the Grand Theft Auto and stuff that he plays, that is some heavy duty computing.
it is.
And that thing gets hot.
Oh yeah.
We put an auxiliary cooling fan on it. I'm like, nah, we're not going to burn this thing down.
But and that's the thing though is so I'm the only one in my family that plays PS5, right? And so I've told you about my nephew, the one that
Yes.
he was like my little brother.
Yep.
So he's been an Xbox person, and I've been a PlayStation person. So we'd always kind of go back and forth, just kind of jostling each other and everything. But PS5 is the better.
Oh, what by far?
Don't get me wrong, Xbox has better computing power. It really does.
Yeah.
The Xbox Series X has better computing power,
It's the video.
but it has to do with PlayStation has the better games.
Yes.
They have the better. Okay, if
Short
you're-
of Halo.
Well, yeah, but you're talking about like they have the better games that are one person games.
Yes. Yes.
Because I love to play those games. I love to play the game where I'm basically
The story.
I'm playing a movie,
yeah.
and I'm the one playing the movie. You know what I
Well,
mean?
and
Like I'm the one going through it.
With a new Xbox, you had all the chat rooms that you got with it and everything else. There was some weird stuff on those, but I had some friends tell me like, "Hey, go to this chat room," and I was like, "I don't have a PS5," and he was like, "Oh, I'll show you some snapshots," and I was like, "Whoa, no, not doing that in my house. No way, not happening.
Not playing that game.
Not playing that game.
Not playing that game.
I don't need my kids
Yeah.
to find that.
Yeah,
And I'm sure they find it anyway, but."
but I don't need
Not
to
as
be the one.
easy. I don't need to enable that. I don't need to enable that.
But that's the thing. I love PS5 for that reason because they have better games that are first person games, that are one person games, right? And
Gran Turismo is one of the best games ever.
I love that game.
And that movie, like-
it is the best simulator
Absolutely.
for cars.
Absolutely.
Best simulator for cars.
Forza can be, if you turn
They-
all
no,
the
no.
damage and stuff on
They
Forza,
tried.
it can be.
They
but it's
tried
not,
to.
You don't get the sounds. You don't get the full experience that you do
But that's
out
the
of
thing.
Gran
They
Turismo.
tried to,
Yeah.
but they started going more towards Need for
Arcade.
Speed.
Yeah.
Need for Speed.
Arcade
Need for
versus
Speed was a
realism.
great game.
Yeah.
Great game. I love playing that. I love playing Need for Speed.
Well,
But they
it went
went
arcade
more
versus
that
realism.
direction.
Arcade versus realism is what happened. Is Xbox went more arcade versus Gran Turismo is still the most realistic simulator, and
It is.
that movie was amazing.
I love that movie. I'm not gonna lie. As much of a geek as I am, it just
Oh, imagine that.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, as much of a geek as I am for car stuff,
Yep.
I was like, that's awesome. It's a
Yes.
great movie. Don't get me wrong. My son was like, it was a mid movie. It was a mid movie, whatever. I'm not like,
But it's real,
yeah.
like that.
And it's based
Now,
on a true story.
Obviously, it's Hollywooded.
No, yeah.
But
It's
when
based-
you
it's
see
based
the
on a true
picture,
story.
when you see the pictures and video, that guy wiping out like he did and almost quitting the whole racing circuit, and it wasn't his fault.
No.
But think about what that does to you as a driver. You know, you're a simulator driver who jumps on and starts really racing, and all of a sudden you get into a horrific wreck that may, okay, so had you let off the gas half a second earlier, maybe that wouldn't have happened.
Exactly, maybe.
But it's not your fault.
No,
but the struggle that he went through, I think they portrayed it amazingly well in the movie.
They did.
Because that was one of the most realistic, like, no, I killed somebody.
Yeah.
Like, and then to take him back out and be like, drive. And now you're going to drive.
Spoiler alert.
I think everybody's seen it by now. But anyway.
Behind the spoiler. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. It's they played it really realistically.
Yeah. I think they did a great job on it.
No, it was a great movie. I loved the movie. It wasn't the best movie of all time.
Now, let me throw this out to you. Do we think it was a great movie? Because I think it was a great movie.
I do too.
Do we think it is because we both played Gran Turismo 1?
No. I don't think that's why.
I think because I have an emotional connection to that game because I've played every Gran Turismo up until the last couple.
Yeah. Same here.
I've played them all, and I've gotten 100% completion on 1, 2, 3. I didn't do it on 4 because I was like, nah, I'm not doing those races. There was a couple I'm like, no, not happening. But I ran them to 100% completion, and I would spend hours on that thing.
Yes. I don't think that's why. I think there's a reason why, and it has to more do with we're car people.
No, that's true. That's true.
And
too.
they're very realistic. I think more that's the reason than we did XYZ beforehand. It's more we're car people, and these are the most realistic games when it comes to
they sounded
games.
The same. Every car sounded correct.
Yeah, they sounded amazing.
Even when you put a sport exhaust, you're like, oh, I've heard that, like a sport exhaust on a Civic. Oh, I've heard that exhaust before.
Yeah,
like the notes were right.
Yes.
So every especially more so on the earlier ones, like I've heard some of the ones on the new ones. I'm like, you're not getting 3,000 horsepower on a Civic. Not happening.
No,
not gonna happen. But like the earlier games, you would literally get that out of them.
I gotta pee.
Okay, I'll continue on. So you would literally get that out of them. I think that you would get that. My name is Ubi. I forgot to go pee. Forgot to go pee. So in the middle of the podcast, I'm gonna be Ubi pee pee. So guys, I guarantee you when we're editing this, he's going to force me to take this out. He's going to tell me, no, that's not cool. That's not cool. And I'm going to see if he leaves it in there. So I'm going to bet you guys that he forces us to take this out. I'm just laughing because I think it's kind of amusing. And once again, on Bikes, Mics, and Idiots, we want to thank one of our founding sponsors, Sketchy Alias. He's a freelance graphic designer from Arizona who specializes in vector-based artwork. I'm an idiot. I don't know what that means, but it's really cool. He's been working on design for over 15 years and has worked in everything from logos, apparel, design, and social media. He's made a phenomenal logo for us, and he is, like I said, one of our founding sponsors. But going back to that with the Gran Turismo, I spent tons of time on those. Every car I bought was cars like, if I wanted to race a car, like there were some that you had to buy for each race series. So you had to buy one for a race series. And there were cars I would never buy. But like most of the cars that I bought in that game were ones that I wanted to drive. Like I want that STI VR4. I want that Evo 10. I want.
There's
loved
still
it.
cars that I want to drive.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
still cars in those games that I drove.
But there's
that I
ones
never,
like, do I want to really drive the Kupo?
no, yeah. Don't get me wrong.
You bought them to complete the challenge.
Yes.
But then that's when I learned, like, Miata, great race car.
Oh, it absolutely.
Problem is, you got to call
It
your
is.
dad and say, "Hey, I'm turning in my man card."
You know what though?
So, like, if somebody
I don't know about all
drags,
that.
I'll go for this because I used to race SCCA classes.
Yeah.
I've had a 350Z that I raced in SCCA class. I had a.
Did you really? It
Oh,
was SCCA class.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I raced in the Sierra Sports Car Club Association, which would give you SCCA points
Yeah.
towards SCCA. So I raced with a group that we did. So we would shut down the airport in Sierra Vista, put out the cone courses, and run them. So I did that with a
Really?
350Z. I did that with my Volkswagen GLI.
What about the 300?
No, the 300 was a piece of shit. There was no way I was going to take, and we'll leave that one in there. There was no way I was going to take that on a race course because I was going to die. That thing was so rusted out by that point, it didn't matter. But no, my 350Z, I raced that. I raced my Volkswagen Jetta GLI. And I did honestly fairly well on both
You
classes.
had a GLI?
Oh, yeah.
Or you said you had a diesel?
A Jetta GLI. I've had a Jetta diesel as well.
Oh, okay.
So my GLI
So
was about
different
my
car.
GLI was about 400 horse at the wheels.
Damn.
Yeah. My
How much fuck? Excuse me. How much boost? Yeah, no, right? How much boost were you pushing on that thing?
enough.
What is enough?
It was all APR built.
20, 30?
I was running like 28 pounds of boost.
I was going to say 20, 30.
My 350Z was almost 500 horsepower with a Jim Wolf Technology twin turbo kit.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm a car modifier. I do that stuff. But and what's
tried
crazy
to-
is
I
my
tried
truck
to be,
that I have now
just didn't have the
just
money.
has an exhaust
Yeah, right?
because I don't want to do. I
tried
don't want to mess with it.
Well, yeah. I mean, look what happened to us when we were trying to go to Georgia. I'm just saying.
It was
I didn't-
It was stuck. It had an intake and an exhaust, and it went kapoo. I can't help that.
No, and you're not wrong. And they actually said that
What-
when we got down
What
to
truck do you drive?
the Chevy 5.3.
Oh, you've got the baby motor. Imagine that. It's a little smaller. I'm compensating for more.
Okay, iron block. I could push a lot more boost than you can.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Are you?
No.
Okay,
Not
I
even
didn't-
close.
I didn't
Not
think so.
even- Not even wanting to.
I didn't think
Not
so.
even wanting to.
Yeah, you have a hard enough time keeping it on the road with a regular stock motor.
You might be right. No, but honestly, I wanted to do all the things you're saying you did. I wanted to do all that. I didn't have the money to.
I was single and doing the job we do now, making great
Yeah,
money.
you're making way more.
Yeah.
So we're talking 10 years in advance.
Yeah.
So
I was 10 years prior to you on that. But it was fun, but at the same time, like every time you mod, like all of a sudden you realize, oh, this part's weak now.
yeah.
And then, oh, this part's
yeah.
weak now. It's when you chase
It's an
horsepower,
endless-
you're
it's
done.
An endless thing.
Now, anybody, I think honestly, everybody, once you get off warranty, you should
Warranty.
intake, exhaust, and chip every vehicle.
Oh yeah,
It will run better.
No, you don't even have to intake exhaust. Just
Intake chip. Well, the intake is the biggest part because
Intake makes a big
the
difference.
stock intakes are so restrictive because of sound.
They do.
They well,
But-
depending on the vehicle you buy. too.
But okay,
chip it 'em.
let's go basic. Chip it.
That's it.
Chip it.
Most
when
horsepower.
you're out of warranty, chip it.
Yep.
Because that in itself makes a world.
Oh
of
yeah,
difference.
they're all set up from the factory to run a certain way to pass EPA testing.
Absolutely. Except
Good,
for
bad, or indifferent.
except for our Jettas.
Well, our Jettas had a special program built into them by the Germans because the Germans said, "Oh, it's okay to test. Oh, when we put this on the dyno for the test, we just put the little handle up, and the computer goes, oh, you're testing for the emissions. So Viva turns everything on right now to make the emissions pass. And then as soon as you come off the emissions test, we say, screw the emissions. We are Germans."
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, but they got
don't
great
get me wrong,
gas
they were
mileage.
amazing. Don't get me wrong. I got on that car, I got just over 50 miles per gallon.
Shaking. The camera's gonna go crazy. The camera's gonna puke.
Yeah, it might.
I think you just puked it.
Oh.
You forgot to record?
Nope. It got too hot.
Shut down?
And it got too hot and said we don't have enough storage. So the rest of this episode is going to be that camera.
Yeah, so what happened?
You know,
It got too hot and wet.
Yep. Pretty much did. Feel it. Oh, yeah.
It's warm.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to make sure from now on to bring the fan in closer.
Hey, we learned something.
What?
The idiots aren't complete idiots. We
Well-
learned camera things.
It gets hot.
Did you not?
Should we get a little fan right here and just
just for that? Did you not see the Star Wars font for that one episode where it was like the idiots are too much idiots to not understand thermals?
Yes.
Yeah.
They did it again.
That's part of this.
So we need to figure something out for that because that's hurting us.
Yeah, it's way. But feel that though.
Oh, it's hot as heck.
way too hot.
And
That's
there's no
insane.
reason for it. So I wonder maybe we just need to charge it up and run it in battery. Maybe that cools it down.
It's gonna no.
Does it get as hot?
It will get just as hot, but it'll only run half the time.
Oh, we
That's
just
the
need to
problem.
bring a fan in closer instead of having the fan blowing.
Or hey guys, if you like us enough and you give us enough likes,
Upgrade us.
and we can upgrade. Although, granted, this is our kind of signature thing of having that camera.
That problem happen all the time.
Or, yeah, that too. But having this camera in the middle of us,
Crazy.
that's insanely hot.
Well, let's unplug it right now and let it cool down.
That's
Because it's not recording
insanely
anymore.
hot, yeah.
I don't want it to catch fire in the middle of my garage and burn my house down.
Hey, you have insurance.
No. Man, that $64 million in gold bullion I had in here.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
You had insurance.
Yeah, right?
No, but... but on a serious note, like...
I think fried.
It really did.
Oh,
So we were playing... Maybe we'll get some extra
maybe we need to like get a little freaking routing up here for the AC.
just for that. No, but on a serious note, like those Jettas were amazing.
Oh yeah, they were.
They were amazing. And this was my thought process with it was I don't want to deal with
Totally different.
I don't want to deal with
Yeah.
the dealer doing things to it and then all of a sudden, oh hey, now I have electrical issues.
Well, and the other thing too is now they can tell you like they told me when my engine blew up. As soon as you put a computer onto that thing,
Yeah.
they know, and they
Oh,
void
yeah.
your warranty. So as soon as you plug in, so there's stealth modules out there that plug in as inlines.
Yeah.
They're just not as good.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like
My BMW
Don't get me
diesel
wrong.
had a stealth inline, and when I got rid
I
of
wonder why.
because I do stuff. When I got rid
'Cause
of
I
my
want
car,
extra.
I kept it. Luckily, because it's a stealth inline, it's not VIN. Like there's nothing to do
Yeah.
with the VIN. It doesn't matter because it can only be plugged into one car at a time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which like. Whereas like a Hypertech programmer or a Diablo, as soon as you plug them in, it records that VIN, and that's married to that thing.
Yeah.
There you go. It's too late at this point. but
Yeah. There's
That's-
no reason.
we're
there's
gonna
no
have
reason
to-
continue that on. It's fine.
You just broke that lens.
I hope not.
Yeah, you just broke the lens.
I hope not.
Oh no! You're gonna look though because you can't help it. You're waiting. Just do it. Just look.
You're a jerk. Yes. Now we're good.
Okay, well, put the covers back on. So,
It's on top of the thing.
Okay.
We're good.
oh, it just fell. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
No.
yeah,
but
no, you're right. I mean, it's just I get from the manufacturer's standpoint,
you want to do
you
these
want to
things.
you want to keep and you have to by law.
Yeah.
So you get a car that comes in that has an EGR delete and catalytic converter delete and all these other EPA things that you've deleted out of them
But
as a factory vehicle,
But-
they have to by law report that.
But I'm waiting
Most
for
of
the
them
but.
don't.
I'm waiting for the but.
But they run better without all that crap.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They
So
run
you can
way
look-
better.
you can
They
look-
run way more efficient too.
And the federal government, as far as like Air Force trucks, and there's I've seen it before multiple times. The Air Force vehicles, any military grade vehicle, any vehicle that is designated for military use, has all that stuff deleted.
yeah.
Now, why is that?
I wonder why.
Oh, we need longevity and ease of maintenance.
Yes.
So an EGR, if you put a fuel oil separator, a catch can on them, it will stop 90% of the stuff going back into your intake, and it will keep your intake cleaner. Now that
On
does
a
not,
diesel.
and that, well, gas motors too. Gas motors put carbon through the exhaust as well.
No, you're right.
So they actually make, for my truck, for my AT4, they actually make catch cans for that.
really?
Yeah, you just split the line, put the catch can in the middle, and it has a little clip that clips onto the intake.
Why don't
So-
you have it on there?
Because I'm not going to violate the warranty because I got a good warranty. So what you do is you just buy an extra tube.
Oh yeah.
And-
And it's not even worth. It's not even worth the hassle that they put you
To fight
through.
it. Well, no, and then once you come off warranty,
Yeah.
then you do everything that you can.
Then you do what you can to make it
Yeah.
worthwhile.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. On that TDI diesel, I was over 50 miles per gallon.
Oh yeah,
one
52,
of the days,
53 all the time.
heading out to work. I'm like, why would I do anything to this
Yep.
to make it worse? And then they're like, oh yeah, no, we need to do XYZ things.
Oh,
like,
it's a reprogram, and you're going to get a particulate filter put on, and blah, blah, blah. And my performance goes to 30 miles per gallon?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
No.
designed for that.
That's not the reason I bought this one.
Yes, exactly.
It cost me an extra $8,000, $6,000,
Yes.
whatever it was, to buy the TDI version.
Yep.
Or I could have bought the gas
And they were
version.
amazing. With the manual transmission 6-speed, they were fun. You could
Yes.
flog the crap out of them. And they were, and the clutch was light.
It
The
was
shifter was great. Like
amazing. It was amazing.
I've driven a race prep Mustang. I've had my Z. I've had my BMW was not a manual, but I've had my 300ZX was a manual. I've had all these manual cars through my past.
And they were amazing.
And the TDI manual was one of the smoothest manual transmissions I've driven. Now, I have driven a 3 Series BMW.
Okay, so
I drove an M3. And that was one of the best manual transmissions I've ever touched.
So I'll tell you this.
And I hate the fact that happened because now I will never drive another BMW again after my repair cost on my other one.
Oh yeah, I imagine. So I'll tell you this. So I had a buddy of mine tell me I did not realize yours was a manual, and he's sitting in the passenger seat
Yeah.
as I'm rolling through gears. I didn't realize yours was a manual
It was
because
smooth.
it was so smooth.
Yep.
It was amazing. I was just like beep 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 beep.
And my 350Z was a little notchy, but I had a short shifter on it, plus all the other. When you add other
makes a
stuff, it's going to
difference.
make it worse. I mean,
Yeah.
it really does. Same thing with my Mustang. My Mustang had a McLeod clutch on it that was good for like 750 foot-pounds of torque.
Oof.
So, like,
Yeah.
your left leg was strong. Oh, my God, it was strong.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, and the reason is as I built that car up, I was actually building it to put in a supercharger into it, and I ended up not doing it because I got up in mileage. I was at 100
P.
I was at
You're a P.
130,000 miles on it.
You're a P. I can't say the P word. No, the other one. What other word starts with the P? Come on.
Papa.
Okay. We'll move on then. Nope. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
knew
Take
the
a
car.
little bit.
I knew
Take a
the
little
car
bit.
wasn't going to last much longer because being a convertible, the body's already not as
Either
rigid.
way, still.
Says the dude who's got a stock Chevy with pack rat nest in the front of his motor.
That's a totally different story.
We won't talk about that one on
Totally
here.
different story.
We may have a
but-
Patreon version later on.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, it just
All right, so
Yeah.
let's actually go into an actual topic.
yeah. Okay, let's
'Cause we're
let's
in
do it
that.
because we have squirreled for the first 50 minutes of this episode.
We've squirreled
It's been a
way
good one.
back.
I mean, you spent
No.
35 minutes in the bathroom.
I spent like 5. But either
How many
way,
times did you shake it?
5.
You know, past
Anything
2,
past
it's
3.
Oh,
Anything
2.
past 3. I thought it was 3.
I don't know. It depends on who you talk to. Hey,
Either way.
it depends on the
Either way,
size.
I'm still
the
way
longer
past
it is,
that.
the more you can shake, and you're fine. So I'm with you on that.
Either way, I'm still past that. So let's go into this topic.
Actua! Spit on that thing.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, hashtag that.
know,
Maybe we can get her on the phone. That'd be funny.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Never going to happen.
If we
She's
could-
going to be like, she's going to look at our podcast and be
If we
like,
could-
you guys are morons.
If we could get her on here, dude, that'd be amazing.
That would be
the
funny.
the things we'd say. Yep.
Another one.
So here's a good topic: being a man of your word.
Oh, absolutely.
So many people think being a man of your word is like any word that comes out of your mouth. That's what's going to happen, right?
Not
But it's
necessarily.
not.
No.
It's that, and I think I explained this
Well,
to you
we
the
talked
other
about
day.
that the other night when you're like, dude, just don't go to work.
Yeah,
And I was like, no, I told them I would be there at
Yes.
work.
and
I didn't tell them how long I'd stay though. And I left 4 hours early.
No,
But I
and
was like,
granted,
I'm out.
but I think being a man of your word means you're gonna do what you said you're gonna do,
Absolutely.
and this is why, me personally, I am a person of I will not make a lot of promises unless the promise. Don't get me wrong, the promise I make you, anytime I say I promise,
Yeah.
guaranteed,
Golden. It's going to
gonna-
happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Well, and I think
Regardless
that goes,
of what I have to do for it,
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
And I think that goes into interpretation of people's language because, oh, well, you said you'd do this. Well, did I promise you I was going to do it?
yeah,
So it's
I said
Yeah.
I'll try. That and that's my big. I guess
try
that's my big
versus
out.
I will or the
I'll
big things.
try.
Yeah. If I
I'll try.
like with mine the other night, I said I will be there at work tomorrow.
Yeah,
And when I got there, I saw they had enough people there at work as far as the supervisors.
You should have never gone. By the way,
No, but I said I would.
yes, you did.
So, I went there
man
and I
of your
said, "Hey
word.
guys," and
man
I got
of your word. High five. I'll give you a high
well,
five for that.
The
one.
funny thing is, I got there and the guy who was in charge that night goes, "Why are you even here? It's your last night. Go home." I'm like, I said I
Exactly.
would be here and I'll stay here for 4
And I'll be
hours
here.
to make sure everything gets passed over, everything's good to go, and then I'm going home. And he said,
Yeah.
perfect, sounds good. Just go now."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, I'm not going now." I said,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
told
go
you
when I said
I
I
was
did.
going to do this. This is what I told you guys I was going to do, and that's what I'm going to do.
but that's
But sometimes that can get you in trouble.
it can.
And it has. It's gotten me in trouble when I said, "Hey, I'm going to do this for you," and they're like, "Well, we don't want you to do that."
But that's
Well,
the thing.
that's what I'm going to do.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
I guess where I was trying to go with it was being a man of your word means you're going to be, you say, I'm going to do this thing.
Yes.
I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter. It's not the fact of I'm going to finish this project.
Yes.
It's I said I'm going to do X, right?
Yeah.
I said I'm going to do things. I'm going to be here
Yep.
and I'm there.
Yeah.
Did I complete the task? No,
Maybe not.
But I said I was going to do X. I was there.
I did
I'm
X,
helping.
and we're done. Yeah.
But at the same time, no. I've told this to my son, and I actually just had a conversation coming from the golf course with my son the other day. Of the only thing you have as a man is your word. Because it doesn't matter what you can do, what you can provide, what you can
Yep.
do, X, Y, Z thing. It doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter.
No.
The
It's your
thing
word.
that matters is your word. If you're a man of your word, that's what matters.
Everything else will fall in line from there.
Yeah. Because it's not, hey, you know what? this kind of person will make $100,000, $100 million, whatever.
Yeah.
They're going to be that person. Or this kind of person, they might only make $100,000 their whole career. Yes. And today is my day.
We're caught up. We're caught up now. I think we're about even at this point.
We might be.
Yeah.
Today's my day. But today, so it's only going to be about X amount of money.
Yeah.
But who's going to be the more faithful person? Who's going to be
Yes.
the more predictable, the more... I'm trying to think of the best word
For me,
it.
and I'm sure for you, what is more important? Being known as the guy who made a ton of money or being the guy who was true to his word?
True to his word.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
100%. Because money is money. I'll survive one way or
Everybody
another.
can make money.
Yeah.
Who can bring their word back?
Yeah. Nobody. Once you've lost it, you've lost it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And that's the thing I try to portray to my kids is
Yeah.
this is the thing. This is absolutely the thing that you say something, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
And if you can't do it,
Then don't say you can.
promise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Say-
make that promise.
And if you tell people, I'll do my best to get there,
yeah.
and,
I'm gonna do my
you
best,
can't make
and
it,
you can't make it.
I can't make it.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You did your best.
Yes.
As long
as you put in that effort.
Yeah. As long as you put in that effort to try to make it, that makes a difference.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Because it's
100%.
like, I'm going to try my best to make it. It's not, I promise I will be there.
Yeah.
Two totally different things.
Oh.
If I promise I'm going to be there, me personally, I will go to the ends of the earth to make sure I'm there because I said I promise.
Yeah.
If I said I will try to be there, two totally different things.
Yep.
I'm going to do my best to make my work schedule, whatever it is.
Well, and that allows for those things that are out of your control to happen.
Yes.
Because sometimes there are those things, and I don't like breaking my word. I've actually called into work to keep my word. Keep your mouth like that, and I'll have something else for you.
I'm sure you will. But
yeah.
but that's some semi-shocking for me just because ever since I've known Eric, he's like, I'm going to work. I'm going to work. I'm going to work. Eric, just call in. Just call in. It's fine.
No,
It's not a big deal. And, they have enough people. It's fine. Nope. I said I was going to be there. Okay, dude.
Hey, if there's anything I am, I'm a man of my word.
Well, no.
And that's-
I give you a high five for that. I really do because...
Hey, we can retime our one.
Yeah, we can retime the one that we didn't. No, but we really... I've told you that.
We're on
the
the same plane with that. Both of us are that. If you're gonna do,
If you're going to be a man of your
you
word,
do it.
yeah,
You do it.
You're a man of your word. That's what it means. But I've also told you, like, dude, you're good enough. That's fine. You don't have to do this extra thing.
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
Nope.
And you're like, nope. I said I'd be there. And and I give him the world of respect for that because that's not a normal thing. That's not something that normal people would do. People would be like, oh, wait, you're right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how I've always tried to lead is by doing that. By being that person that people could rely on, that if he said he'll be here, he'll be here. And that, for me, as a leader in the organization we're in,
Yeah.
that is important for me to make sure people know that I am, one, trustworthy, two, a person of my word,
Yeah.
and three, reliable. Like for me, My legacy,
you're all the above.
my legacy
but
is going to be that I said I would do it. I did it. When I said I couldn't do it, I couldn't, even though I tried.
I get
will
where
retire.
you're coming from.
I will retire keeping my soul.
I get where you're coming from. 100%. I get where you're coming from. But at the same time, everyone's going to understand. You know what?
I don't care.
Today,
Nope.
You know what? Today is XYZ day. And you know what?
You don't need to be
I
there.
get it. But I don't need to be here today.
I said I would be. That's just me. It's just me.
And you're right. You're right. And
I can't change it. I can't change it.
I'm on that same
Yeah.
same boat. I'm 100% really am. But I guess the thing I'm trying to make you understand is just things are going to move on regardless.
Oh yeah. If I were to die today, work would go on.
Oh, absolutely.
My family would move on, albeit with some pain,
Oh yeah. It would take time.
but I would want to know when I went that I did the best that I could do to be the man of my word. You know that. You know that. That's just it's just me.
I know that, but
I can't,
but that's the
it's-
thing.
And it's my work ethic too. Like, oh, I'm not gonna, like I've told you before, I'm not doing crap today. And what do? I
You
go in
still
there
do.
and I go
You
eyeballs
still-
deep
you
because
still-
I can't
And I'm
not
still
do
the
it.
and I'm still the one that comes in the morning and I'm like, "Hey Eric,
I'm not dealing
what's
with it."
going on today?"
And I
you're
tell
still-
you, and you're like,
still like, and you still tell me
Yeah.
everything that happened.
yep. And it's like, oh, it was terrible. This happened, this happened, this happened, this happened, this, but it's fixed. So you guys just have to deal with this
This.
pile of crap
Yeah.
that we couldn't get to last night. And you're like, okay, yeah, we can handle that. Or, wow, that's a pretty big pile of crap. We're like,
It sucks.
did you see what we got handed to us?
Yeah, it sucks.
But yeah,
No.
those things happen. though.
No, and you're right. But I guess that's the thing I've been trying to get to you is just it'll still be there tomorrow.
I can't help it. It's
I know.
it's my
I know.
personality. It's just my personality. It
Ask
just,
anybody that takes over for me.
Yeah. Oh, same
Ask
thing
them.
with you. Yeah.
Ask them.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. Like the other day, Jake was like, "Hey, can you come pick me up at my house?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be there." And then he's like, "Hey, wait, Ubi's got to go do this too."
Yeah.
And he lives like 3 feet from me, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, if you want to call him, but I will be there for you."
Yeah,
and so he called you and
absolutely.
said, "Hey, he's going to take care of it." And I was like, "Okay."
And you know what happened?
So that was my. It didn't work out.
No, you know what happened?
It was terrible.
Greatest thing that happened. I was like, cool. Got it. He's texting me. He's telling me. He's like, all right, we're going to go do this. Got ready. Sat on my couch. Started watching a little YouTube. And I was like, okay, cool. Nope.
No, you know what? Oh, I will tell you of a time that you and I were not good to our word.
Okay.
Hey, Jake, we'll help you go put that stuff on your motorcycle.
That's a whole nother
That was a
story.
whole physical situation of we could not wait.
No, we couldn't.
4 alarms set for both of us. I had 4 alarms. He had 4 alarms. And we slept through all 4 of them. And like
Both of
woke
us.
up at like 9 p.m. We're like, oh my God. Oh, what just happened?
Boy, was that the day when you came into my room and you were like,
Dude.
it's this time? And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God.
You jumped up and you went, oh God, what happened? I had no idea. I woke up and I was like, where am I? I had no, it was one of those days.
No, but
Oh no. I might have to pull an Ubi.
do it.
No, I
I got
can't
you.
because I talk crap about you. When you watch the episode, you're going to laugh.
Go for it.
Nope, I'm going to hold it.
Oh, I'm going to make this one extra
Nope.
long
Ah, here we go.
reason. Just for that reason. No, but so
If you hear the bathroom, it's because it's under the table.
so Jake
I can't do it.
Jake had just said this whole thing.
And we want to thank one of our founding sponsors, the Legion of St. Michael Law Enforcement Motorcycle Club, founded in 2014 in Chicago, Illinois, by the Chicago Police Department.
They have many chapters throughout the United States and international. We are part of the Tucson chapter, and Eric is actually national president, and he got to go visit our international brothers down in Italy.
And moved on and saw some friends that we met in Italy and Qatar. But we're a 501c3 charitable organization that focuses on law enforcement and first responder families in their times of need, whether it be a death, financial issue. We're there to help support our brothers and sisters in blue.
Yep. Anything they need or their families need, we usually try to help out anything we can, any way we can, financially, or even if it's just moral support, being there for them, being able to help them out with anything they need or we can do for them.
So if you're interested in donating to the Legion of St. Michael, reach out to any of the chapters through us, through our many social media profiles that we have set up.
Being Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, YouTube, or Rumble. Any one of those, you can reach out to us, or you can reach out to us on our email, bikesmikesandidiots@gmail.com, and we'll try to get back to you as quickly as we can so you can help us out and do whatever you can.
And once again, thank you to Legion of St. Michael as a founding member. Isn't it really weird when you're by yourself?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit when I wasn't expecting it.
Oh, dude, like...
Just a little bit.
I thought I was good, and all of a sudden it was like old man Bladder says no.
I need to go.
Yeah. Oh, God,
You're welcome.
We're going to have to call this the PP episode.
Yeah, we might actually have to.
And then when you see the edit, you're going to be funny because I'm like... He left, and I swear to God, he's going to make us edit this time out and put in a spot, blah, 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 blah. So I think when you go, we'll do our first spot for you. Spot? And then when I go, will be the second sponsor spot. So we'll do another, we got about 10 more minutes, and we'll...
At least.
We'll call...
At least.
Oh, God. Laughing. This is so funny. Like, what a day. What a day.
We got some good ones.
We blew this one out of the water.
Yeah, if we're going to be honest.
Oh, what can you do, though?
I didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
It looks like me that one day when I didn't know what to do with the outro. I was like,
It's all right. It happens, though.
But we've had a good time with this.
No, this was a good day. I've had a fun day. It's... Man, the storm we got last night was amazing. I had a ton of cleanup today in my yard, but it is what it is.
You know,
your favorite statement.
Favorite statement. Ugh. Yeah, my favorite statement. No, but if we're being honest with that, I told you that a while back. Like, I get it. I'm still not happy with it, but I get it.
Yeah.
Like, certain people can say it is what it is. But it takes up so much of your life. You know what I mean?
Oh, it does.
That thought process takes up so much of your life.
It takes, and it's weird, it takes training to not let things that would normally ruin a human being's psyche. And I hate to say training, but it takes resilience to go through a lot of it.
Let's go down the path. The thing that you sent.
It's going to be a short path.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
The thing you sent me.
Yeah.
Saying, "Oh, don't mess with this person that says it is what it is."
Because they've gotten to a point where those things just.
But it's not true, though.
I think in a very small portion of the population, it is.
It is.
For the people who really mean it is what it is and they don't let it bother them, those guys, like your Navy SEALs.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys?
You know what?
I'm not going to mess with those dudes.
But that's a totally different...
It's a very small portion of the population that live under that mantra.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why I'm saying it doesn't encompass the majority of people.
Absolutely not. You're looking at less than 5% of the people that say that actually know or live what that means.
Yeah. And that's why it bothers me, is because the people that say it, they're like, it is what it is. No, it isn't. Yeah. And you know it isn't, because the second I say X thing, it triggers you. it makes you go off.
I would say I'm pretty close to being in that position where I'm just like, meh.
It's a meh thing, but
I'm getting older in my years where certain things just I don't care about anymore.
But okay.
But is it more of I don't care about it or it doesn't bother me or two different things? Like
yeah. And that's where
I could care less if you want to parade around a city like an idiot. I could care less. Does it bother me still sometimes when does it bother me when you burn the American flag? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's your right.
It should bother everybody.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. And that's the easiest way for me to say what I want to say without
going
Hey, I've been pretty good about not getting beeped this whole episode. And this guy's been beeped about 35 times. So I'm in a situation where I'm trying to.
It's about 4.
Oh, way more than that. I guarantee you.
I think it's 4.
When we go through it, you're going to be like, ooh, ooh, oh, ooh, ooh, ooh.
You may be right. No, but I mean, you're right on that path where you're going down. Certain things don't bother you to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, they still bother you, but it's
not,
is it life affecting?
Yes.
That's going to be my difference here. And like, very few things to me now are life affecting. But I'm in a position in my life where in 11 months
you want to be able to be retired. You want to be able to be exclusive.
In 11 months, it's really going to be. It is what it is because 2 bad days in a row. I'm out.
2?
Oh yeah,
I've always heard it's 3.
No, I'll go with 2. I'm an underachiever.
Underachiever. But I mean,
yeah,
that's where you're getting at that point of
yeah.
It doesn't matter. But before that, let's go before that.
Last 5 years prior to this, it mattered. Even when I said it mattered. It was just a way of me dealing with I can't control the situation. So the easiest thing for me to do is just accept it. And to do that, it's almost like when you look in the mirror every day and you say,
yeah,
I'm going to be excellent today. And there's people that I know that do those self-affirming quotes in the mirror.
Every day.
I'm going to be excellent today. But that's the same thing of, I think the majority of people who say it is what it is are doing that self-affirming behavior to try to get through it.
But that's why I say it's not completely true when people say it is what it is.
I agree. And I think you have to play it in context of like, what are they talking about? Like,
because a lot of people.
Oh, your engine blew up in your truck. It is what it is.
What can I do?
Am I pissed off about it? Yeah. I was mad when my engine blew up.
But did I not tell you?
What could I do about it?
But did I not tell you at that moment? I was like, what can you do about this? This is it.
I think the big thing was when you made me laugh and spit my coffee on the car that drove by.
There's that too.
That was, your engine just bubbled over like your coffee did. And I just spit everywhere. But yeah, I mean, that's sometimes I think it's a coping mechanism. And I think that's not a bad thing. I think it's good
not
to
a bad
point.
thing, but
it's just an annoying thing at times for people who have seen really bad stuff.
Dude, I've seen so many bad things in my life.
Yeah, you saw me naked once. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's that. That's never good.
Burned in the retina forever.
Yeah, I'll never forget that one.
Even God says that's not great.
As much as I want to, never going to forget that. But
ding dong, ding.
But the
dong.
thing was, the people that are. It's a coping mechanism. They say it to try to be like, I'm strong. No, you're not. And that's fine. And it's fine to not be strong.
Yeah.
Because
it's okay to not be okay.
Everybody has that.
Yeah.
Right? And
if you've never experienced that,
what are you doing with
your life? Then you've lived too safe of a life.
Exactly. What are you doing with your life?
But I think everybody needs to feel that apprehension and that fear sometime in their life to be like,
yeah, I'm not okay.
It's not okay. this is not good. I need help. And then you need to reach out to that help and find those mechanisms to help yourself.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You can't go out and be like, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Saying that to yourself and then to everybody be like, I just need some time. Mm-hmm. You can't do that either. That's not, you're not going to get what you need. But I think a lot of people that say it is what it is go through that.
They're flirting with that.
And it's like, no, it's not. And that's why I've always had the problem with it. I've told you about it where it's like, I think the whole thing that it is what it is means it is what it is. You can't change that situation. However, you know what? I'm going to accept it in this way.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this thing. This is not going to affect me in that way. It is what it is. I can't change that. But you know what? I accept that happened.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go forward with, you know what? I'm going forward. It didn't kill my growth. It didn't kill anything like that. I'm going forward and I'm doing my life.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, when they say it is what it is, it's like blowing it off.
Well, they're brushing over the top of it.
Yeah. They're blowing it off.
It's not really what, and I think it's a generational thing specifically because
it is.
I think it's definitely a generational thing because for us, some of the things we've seen would put somebody in a safe. Oh, I got to be in my safe space.
Yes, absolutely.
And I hate. Oh my god,
safe spaces.
The fact that we create safe spaces for people who are trying to be adults is ridiculous.
You're not an adult if you need a safe space.
The world is not safe.
No, it isn't.
The world is dangerous. It's cruel, and it will chew you up, spit you out, and not care.
Absolutely.
Because guess what? If you go out there and you get hit by a car, guess what happens to the world?
It moves on. It keeps going.
So when something bad happens to you, you have to choose to decide whether I'm going to let it destroy my life or I'm going to let it enhance my ability to deal with life.
Exactly. So, you know, I give you a high five for that one because...
Oh, high five!
High five!
Oh, you're so good!
That actually was a little more concise of what I was trying to say. Because people don't...
It's because I didn't play golf today and you did.
I did. I really did.
I could not today. I did not have the time to do it today. I had a bunch of stuff to take care of. So,
But
next week...
Let's do it.
Golf and podcast.
Golf and podcast. I'm all for it.
That's all going to be. It's going to be an ugly one.
Hey, it might be a great one, actually.
You never know. But I think we're getting about that time. What do you think?
We are. We are getting about that time.
So what I'm going to say, since we don't have a camera here, is we're going to say, live good.
Ride hard.
And we will catch you next time.